I'm Dr. Kongsak Tanphaichitr. Today we'll be talking about Mangala Sutta, the discourse on blessings. There are 38 highest blessings that the Buddha described. Once, this is about 2,600 years ago, the Buddha was at Jeda Grove, another Bhikkhu monastery, and an angel came to visit him, a certain deity whose surpassing radiance illuminated the whole of Jetavana, approached the Buddha, the Blessed One, respectfully saluted him and stood beside him, standing there, and then he addressed the Buddha in verses. Many deities and men longing for happiness have pondered on the blessing, the question of blessings. Please tell me what are the highest blessings. Then the Buddha start to inform the deity that he start from things that's immediate in one's daily life and gradually build up to the point of reaching the goal of one's life, which is nirvana, in that order. So the first one is don't mingle with the wicked ones or the bad guys. So this just tell you that 2,600 years ago, the same thing is still happening today about peer pressure. You can be lured into with the wicked ones very easily, so you need to stay away from them whenever possible. Especially with the peer pressure can drag you in there. So same thing still, it was happening then, it's still happening today. And he said the second highest blessing is associated with the wise, because the wise one can teach you and lead you into the right direction, can teach you a lot of knowledge, give you wisdom when he lead you into the right direction. Be a good person, live a good life, and so on. And three, honor those worthy of honor. Like this is the late King Bhumibol of Thailand. He's very revered for his greatness and his very respectful person. And you have done so many things, 4,000 plans to help the people of Thailand throughout his life, non-stop. And Thai people revere him very highly. So honor those worthy of honor. This is just one example. This is the highest blessing. The fourth one is residing in a suitable locality. So this is a picture of Thailand, Bangkok, Thailand. beautiful country, beautiful city. If you noted that you're in a bad area, try to move out of that bad area into a better place, so for your safety, and so that you can do things, practice whatever you need to do properly without having to fear in of your safety in your daily life. 5, having made merits in the past. This girl has done a lot of merits. She earned a lot of awards and medals, as shown in this picture. So she has good merits and good discipline and good mind. And then 6, set oneself in the right directions. Because each step you take in the right direction allows you to see further in that direction in reaching your goal. And this is the highest blessing. 7, broad knowledge. So you should learn to, in many things, that will be useful to you. Some you may not think that will be useful, but it come handy when you need it. So learn to be acquiring knowledge to gain mental power and wisdom in your life. 8, craftsman's skill. You have to learn to be skillful in your career, so you can live a good life, earn good living, live a good life, and be skillful and perfect in your craftsmanship. 9, discipline, well mastered. So you need to train yourself to discipline yourself so that you can live a disciplinary life, so you reach your goal and be successful in whatever you do when you're well disciplined. 10, words well spoken. Because well spoken words help people to understand the core, the hardwood of your speech, the content of what you're talking about. This is what described by the Buddha, understanding the hardwood of well-spoken words. When the word is well-spoken, it becomes easily to understand. And this is the highest blessing. Number 11, support one's parents. Because when your parents get old, especially when they're old, you need to help them whenever possible. Because they may not be able to do it themselves. They may not understand what they walk into. You need to help them to understand, or help them, support them. 12 and 13, cherish one's wife and children. So you need to support them in various aspects like food, shelter, school, learning, and so on. And teach them to be good persons. And support wife, provide them with things, necessary things that she would require. And then 14, engage in peaceful occupation. So live truthful life, moral life, which will lead you to a peaceful life. No stealing, no killing, no sexual misconduct, and so on. So, not selling weapons, and so on. And this is the highest blessing. "15 is generosity. When you give, just because you're generous, you're good at your mind, with your kindness, you care for other people, it builds hope and friendship through your giving, inspire other people to do the same as well. 16, righteous conduct. Live righteous conduct. Like observe moral codes of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, and no intoxicant. The 5 basic precepts, the golden rules described by the Buddha. 17, offering helps to one's relatives. Your relatives may need help, so whenever they need it, you should try to help them. Because sometimes help them to the right place, right hospital, help them in various aspects. If they need some monetary help, you may try to help them as much as you can. And as well as set example that as a good person for them as well. 18, blameless deeds. Should live a blameless life, so no one can come back and blame you for something that you did, because you live a good, blameless, you did blameless deeds in the past, nothing to be publicized or make you look bad, anything like that. You live a holy and blameless life in that way. Observe the moral codes. And this is the highest blessing. 19, avoiding, abstaining from evil. So when evil approach you, may direct you into that way, so avoid that. Don't be lured into that direction, abstaining from it. 20, refraining from intoxicant, like drug or alcohol, or weeds, you stay away from that, or cocaine. Because that will ruin your life. 21st, anyone is steadfast in virtues. Virtues is based on your integrity and quality, your honor. So the good morality make people trust you because you have good virtue, with your honesty and so on. Your moral behavior is people can see you as an example, give you values on yourself with a good morale. Set a good example to other people. Make you have a good character with sincerity and so on. And this is the highest blessing. 22, be respectful. Respect others, you get respected back. So respect other people. honor other people, have courtesy towards other people, build their self-esteem and dignity, and make them trust you too. And 23rd is being humble. It takes strength to be humble. You don't need to boast about your superiority, because people will see how good you are once they working with you for a while. You need to boast about yourself. Just be humble, and they will see you as a better person than those people who keep boasting about themselves. And some of those people, they don't really know anything. They keep boasting about themselves. So, but they will value you who is humble as a really good person and really know a lot of things. 24th is contentment. One should be contented in what you have earned when you put in the best effort in whatever you have tried. So not just sit still and do nothing and say you're contented. That's wrong. You should be contented after you have tried your best, and that's all you was able to earn or have accomplished. And you're contented with what you have accomplished. Similarly, you should be contented with what you have inherited, say from your parents or from your position and so on. Yeah, you try to content, but yet you correct whatever it went wrong and so on. Try to make it well and so on. Be contented in that aspect and contented in your position. Not to jump, say you just middle level worker. You want to be the CEO, so you have jump ahead of time. It won't be possible, maybe. So you should be content in what you have in your position as well. 25th, gratitude. Should be grateful for many things. Grateful for good health, grateful for clean air, art, music that you can enjoy, clean water, grateful for a good school, grateful for good friends, and so on. So many things you can enjoy and be grateful for, especially good health. And 26, listen to Dharma on the occasions. So whenever possible, in due time, you just, the occasion, you listen to the Buddha's teaching, or the truth about why doing bad deed to do good deed and purify your mind to reach your goal of nirvana. And this is the highest blessing. 27, be patient. Need to be patient so that way you can reach your goal, even though you have to endure doing be tedious on doing certain things so that you get to your goal. You can't just jump ahead. Sometimes it messes up things. Just do it gradually, accordingly. So be patient to reach your goal. 28, obedience. So listen to the teaching from your parents without arguing, because they have good point that try to point it out to you. and want you to be a good person. Don't keep arguing, then you don't learn anything. Be obedient, because be grateful that they have raised you up and teach you a lot of things, give you a good life and so on. You should be obedient to them. 29. Seeing monks or contemplatives. Like whenever possible, you just approach them. So you get to learn to be a good moral person. And advise you. And then number 30th, hearing or discussing Dharma on due occasions. Like the Buddha teaches to avoid doing bad deed, to do good deed, including meditation or mind development, and purify your mind through insight meditation. So you learn to live a perfect way of living through the Buddha's teaching, and put into practice accordingly. And this is the highest blessing. Number 31st, austerity and self-restraint. So you learn to control yourself. Don't blow up, lose your temper, because it will make you look bad, or sometimes you'll harm yourself. Like this is example, in the best martial artists have self-restraint. They won't keep attacking other people. They find a right moment to do that, because they know how to restrain themselves, not to lose temper when they're being teased. Number 32nd, 32, purity, holy life. With proper time, you can learn to live a pure and holy life, abstaining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and intoxicant, which nullify your mind and mindfulness and self-awareness. Number 33, seeing the noble truth through the Buddha's teaching and guideline. You can practice 4 foundations of mindfulness and come to observe and seeing your own life through your body, or feeling, mind, and mental phenomena. Observe, self-observation, self-monitoring, and you can, so that you free from desiring undesirable nature that arise in your life, and free yourself from suffering. When you come to understand the Four Noble Truth, or ultimate truth as it literally means, it's one of suffering, which need to be comprehended. Second, cause of suffering need to be eradicated. It's from your mind reaching outward with sensual desire, liking and disliking, which is the cause of the first noble truth of suffering, because we're clinging to yourself, self-concept, which is a self-image hologram, which is not truly there, but you cling to it as a permanent thing, but it's not. It's temporary self that exists when you interact with the environment, but it's not long-lasting. The true mind is luminous mind, but tainted with these mental impurities of greater delusion. So you need to train yourself, reverse engineer, by observing your mind, body and mind, feeling and mental phenomena, so that you can catch your biased thoughts, which is embedded sensual desire, liking and disliking, or greed-headed delusion, that tainted your mind and caused you to suffer. Excuse me. So, second noble truth is the cause for the first noble truth need to be eradicated, and the second noble truth. Then the first noble truth of suffering will disappear as the cause is gone. And how do you do that? Through practicing mingle path to end the suffering. You need to develop middle path, like right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. It allows you for your mind to see your mind clearly. There's mindful awareness, guarding your mind, catching your biased thought as it arises. So that way your mind becomes clear, calm, clean, clear, and wise, luminous mind, not being tainted by biased thoughts. And you can end suffering in that way as a result of mind, seeing mind clearly, resume the normal, equanimous mind, neutral mind. They need to be realized there. The 34, realizing liberation or nirvana. Nirvana is ultimate peace and happiness that one can realize when mind seeing mind clearly, not being trapped by your biased thoughts. Resume the equanimous mind, neutral mind, luminous mind, wise, with inside wisdom, equipped with inside wisdom, not to be reborn again. And this is the highest blessing. Number 35, 36, 37, 38 is in the same line. Mind touched by the world remains unshaken. Number 35. 36, yet being sorrowless. 37, stainless. 38, secure. So not being tainted by any thing that come in contact with a worldly phenomena. We're not checking it. Won't result in sadness or suffering. Stainless because your mind is pure, calm, cool, purified mind, secure mind, not swinging back to the worldly phenomena, because the mind is clear mind, void of greed-headed delusion, and void by its thoughts. Back to the norm, neutral equanimous mind. And this is the highest blessing. And then the Buddha at the end stated, those who abide by this path will be victorious and safe everywhere they go. The Buddha. And that's the end of this 38th highest blessing. Thank you for your attention. And these are the highest blessings.